Pre-calculus 9.2 day 1, we're going to be looking at a specific sequence, which is called an arithmetic sequence, and looking at sequences and series in that setting. And so what is an arithmetic sequence? It's a sequence when the difference between consecutive terms have a common difference. So if you take the term on the right, the second term minus the first term, the term on the left, we can find a common difference. So we start with the first term, and what we have to do to get to the next term is add this common difference, which we let be d. So the second term is your first term plus one common difference. And then to get to the next term, you're going to add this common difference again. So you end up having added 2 from the first term. And then to get to the next term, you add a common difference again. And so you have that first term, which we let be denoted a sub 1, and add another common difference. So we get plus 3d, and we just keep on going and going. And we have an expression for the nth term. So if I kind of look at this pattern, a sub 1 is just a sub 1. A sub 2 is a sub 1 plus 1 common difference. A sub 3 is a sub 1 plus 2 common differences. A sub 4 is a sub 1 plus 3 common differences. So if we generalize that to get to the nth term, it's a sub 1, but how many common differences have you added? Note that when this is the second term, you've added 1 common difference. When it's the third, you've added 2 common differences. The fourth term, you've added 3 common differences. And so you have added 1 less common difference than the term number. So in other words, if it's A100, you have added 99 common differences. So this is 1 less than the term number. That's the number of common differences you've added. And so this right here is known as the rule, the general term of an arithmetic sequence. And that's what we've created. A sub n is the first term, a sub 1, plus n minus 1 times the common difference. And so this is the rule to get the nth term. All right, so down below, you're going to be, actually, to begin with, you're going to be asked, is a sequence, they'll give you a sequence, is it arithmetic? And a little different than what we're saying here. We're saying they are arithmetic, but what you want to do is take 8 minus 5. Always take a sub 2. Remember that common difference we can get by taking a sub 2 minus a sub 1. So 8 minus 5 is 3, and this is what you want to do. 11 minus 8 is 3. 14 minus 11 is 3. To check to see if it's arithmetic, you want to be subtracting terms, the right term minus the left term, and see if you always get the same value. If you do, it's arithmetic. If you don't, it's not. But by doing that in this case, we know that a sub 2 minus a sub 1, that 8 minus 5 will give me the common difference, and so d is 3. That is your common difference. In the next one, again, if we're checking to see if it's arithmetic, we want to take right term minus left term. 7/6 minus 1 is a 1/6. 4/3 minus 7/6 is 8/6 minus 7/6, and again, that is a 1/6. And 3/2 minus 4/3 is 1/6. 5/3 minus 3/2 is 1/6. If you work those out, you are getting common differences. Sometimes it's easier if you create a common denominator, which is 6 in all of these, and rewrite them with that common denominator, and it's easier to see that they're going up by 1/6 from term to term to term. But again, that common difference, that a sub 2 minus a sub 1 being 7/6 minus 1, you're getting a 1/6. So that common difference is 1/6. All right, so it says find the indicated term. So what we're going to need to do is write the general rule for this sequence. And to do that, I need to know the first term and I need to know the common difference. And I already know that a sub 1 is 4, and the common difference I can get by taking 1 minus 4. Remember, it's always that a sub 2 minus a sub 1. Or for that matter, it's any two consecutive terms, but it's always the one on the right minus the one in front of it. So 1 minus 4 is a negative 3. This sequence is going down. That means that the common difference is negative. So from here to here, you're going down 3. Here to here, you're going down 3. Here to here, you're going down 3. The common difference is negative 3. So how I find the rule is use a sub n is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. And I can see my first term is 1, leave n minus 1 as n minus 1, and the common difference is negative 3. And then simplify. And the a sub n is a negative 3n plus 7. And that's my general rule. You will have problems in the textbook where you need to write the general rule, and all you need is what is a sub 1 and what is the common difference. And they will give you those two things and they'll ask you to write a rule. So here's, an example of how you write the rule. But in this case, that wasn't the end answer. You need to find a sub 25. But now all you need to do is plug in 25 for n. And you get a sub 25 is a negative 68. All right, example 3, find the 10th term of an arithmetic sequence that begins with 8. That means a sub 1 is 8, and a sub 2 is 20, and they want you to find a sub 10. So it's a little like the previous problem, they just didn't list them all up. So you have a sub 1, what you need is the common difference, but the common difference is a sub 2 minus a sub 1, and so you get 20 minus 8, and that common difference is 12. So now we're going to write the rule. Again, it's a sub n is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So we have 8 plus n minus 1 times 12. And you get 8 plus 12 n minus 12. So a sub n is 12n minus 4. But that's not your final answer. You need to find a sub 10. So plug in 10 for n. And you get 120 minus 4, which is 116. So a sub 10, let me rewrite that down. A sub 10 is 116. And then just asking a little different. Given the arithmetic sequence, which term is a sub 24? Or no, it says which term is 24. So this isn't, they wanted to know which term, is it the 10th, the 11th, the 12th? They just want to know, this is when n is 1, this is when n is 2, this is when n is 3, and if I put 24 in the list, it's when n is what? What term number is 20? So what term number is 24? And so I'm going to go ahead and get the general rule. I know a sub 1 is 37 thirds, and I can get the common difference by taking 42 thirds minus 37 thirds, and that is 5 thirds. So that's my common difference. So now for my general rule, a sub n is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times my common difference, which is 37 thirds plus n minus 1 times 5 thirds. So 37 thirds plus 5 thirds n minus 5 thirds. And my a sub n is 5 thirds n plus 32 thirds. But now I want to know what is n, what value of n produces a term of 24. So the term is 24, and I'm going to plug that for a sub n and solve this for n to get the term number. So 24 thirds minus 32 thirds is 40 thirds. You can multiply both sides by 3, or better yet, just multiply both sides by the reciprocal. To solve for n, I want to get rid of the 5 thirds, so if I multiply by 3/5, that'll make it a 1n, but I have to multiply both sides by that. And 40 divided by 5 is 8. So it is the 8th term. And so on this, I'm always looking for an algebraic solution, not a guess and check. You need to show use of the formulas and an algebraic solution to this. Show work, not just keep on subtracting 5 thirds or adding 5 thirds until you get there. That will not get you any credit. So make sure you show use of the formulas. And that's it for day 1.